Everyone believed I was dead. My family cried. My daughter stood beside my coffin. And I was still breathing. Yes, I was alive while they were burying me. If you think this is impossible, then listen to my story till the end. Because what I discovered destroyed my entire life. Story begins. My name is Daniel Carter. I am 72 years old. For 40 years, I worked. I sacrificed. I built everything for my family. For my wife. For my only daughter, Shabana. She was my world, my reason to live. After my wife passed away, Shabana became my only strength. I trusted her more than my own heartbeat. But that trust almost killed me. Suspense built up. 2 months ago, I collapsed in my house. Darkness swallowed me. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. But I could hear everything. Doctors said, "He is brain dead." My daughter cried. She signed the papers. And they prepared my funeral while I was still alive. And with cliffhanger. I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell them, I'm here. I'm alive. But my body betrayed me. And then I heard something that made my blood freeze. Something my own daughter said. And that is when I realized this was not an accident. This was a plan. This was not an accident. This was a plan. Those words kept echoing in my silent mind, over and over again. Then I heard her voice. My daughter, Shabana. She was standing near my hospital bed, holding my hand, crying, or at least pretending to cry. The shocking words. She leaned closer to me and whispered softly, "Don't worry, Dad. Everything will be over soon." Her voice was calm. Too calm. No fear. No pain. No love. Then she turned to the doctor and said, "He has no one except me. I'm his only family. Just do what's necessary." My heart froze. What did she mean? By necessary? Growing suspicion. That night, 2 strangers entered my room, wearing masks, no hospital badge, no name tag. They stood beside my bed. One of them said, "Make sure he doesn't wake up." I tried to move. I tried to scream. Nothing. I was trapped, inside my own body, like a prisoner. A dark truth begins. I remembered something then. 3 weeks before my collapse, Shabana had asked me about my will, my bank accounts, my insurance. She smiled and said, "Just planning for the future, Dad." I believed her, like a fool. That night, I did not sleep. Not because I wasn't tired, but because fear kept me awake. Fear that any second, someone would walk in and finish me forever. I could still hear the machines beside my bed. Beep, beep, beep. Each sound reminded me I was still alive, but barely. I tried again, to move my fingers, to blink my eyes, to show any sign. Nothing worked. My body was silent, like a broken machine. Only my mind was screaming. Early in the morning, the door opened slowly. 2 voices entered the room. One was Shabana. The other, a man I had never heard before. He spoke in a low voice. "Everything is ready." She signed the papers. My daughter replied, "Good. How long before it's confirmed?" He said, "By tonight." Officially dead. My heart stopped. Officially dead? While I was still breathing? I wanted to cry, but no tears came. I wanted to ask, "Why Shabana? What did I do wrong?" But my lips were frozen. Then they talked about money, insurance, property, my house, my savings. Everything I worked for, all my life, was being divided like a dead man's treasure. Shabana said, "After this is done, I'll move back to Holland. No one will question anything." The man laughed. Perfect plan. Suddenly, I remembered something. 1 month ago, she had forced me to sign some papers. She said, "Just hospital documents, Dad." I trusted her. I never read them. Now I knew. They were my death sentence. My chest felt heavy. Not from illness, from betrayal. from pain, from heartbreak. The girl I raised, the girl I protected, was killing me silently. Later that day, a nurse came. She checked my pulse, then whispered, "He's responding," very softly. So softly, only I could hear. Hope returned. For the first time, someone knew. I was alive. But before I could feel safe, Shabana walked in. She saw the nurse. She saw her expression, and her face changed, from fake sadness to pure anger. She asked sharply, "What did you notice?" The nurse stayed silent, but fear was in her eyes. Night fell slowly. Outside my hospital window, rain started pouring. Each drop hit the glass like a warning. Something bad was coming, and I could feel it, deep inside my bones. The nurse's words still echoed in my head. "He's responding." Those 3 words were my only hope, my only weapon. Someone knew I was alive. Someone could save me. But someone else wanted me dead. Around midnight, the lights in my room suddenly dimmed. Then they went out. Complete darkness. Only the sound of rain. And my heartbeat. Fast. Uncontrolled. Terrified. Footsteps. Slow. Careful. Someone was walking toward my bed. I tried to breathe quietly. Tried not to panic. But inside, I was screaming. A shadow appeared, standing beside me. I smelled perfume. A familiar smell. My heart broke. It was Shabana. She leaned close. Her face inches from mine. No tears, no sadness. Only cold eyes. She whispered, "I'm sorry, Dad. You should have died peacefully. But you didn't. So now, I have to finish it." She took something from her bag. A syringe, filled with clear liquid. My blood froze. This was it. My end. I wanted to shout, to beg, to remind her of bedtime stories, of school days, of birthdays, of every sacrifice I made, but my body refused. She cleaned my arm, like a professional, like she had practiced, like she had done this before. I felt the needle touch my skin. Cold, sharp, deadly. Suddenly, the door burst open. "Stop!" A loud voice filled the room. Light flooded in. A nurse, the same nurse from before. Her name badge read, "Emily." She rushed forward, pushed Shabana back. "What are you doing? This is illegal." Shabana stepped away. Her face changed instantly, from killer to crying daughter. "He's suffering! I'm helping him!" Emily shook her head. "No, you're not." I called the supervisor. "They're coming!" Shabana panicked. She grabbed her bag and ran, without looking back, without saying goodbye, without shame. Minutes later, doctors and security entered. My bed was surrounded. Machines were checked. Reports were read. Voices whispered. Finally, a doctor said, "He's alive. He's conscious inside. He's locked in." Locked in. That was my condition. My body was trapped, but my mind was awake. They moved me to ICU, installed new machines, assigned guards, for protection. For the first time, I was safe, or so I thought. Later that night, Emily sat beside me. She held my hand gently and whispered, "I won't let her hurt you again. You're not alone anymore." Tears rolled down my eyes. Inside, where no one could see, morning came quietly. Sunlight entered my ICU room. Soft, warm, peaceful, but my heart was still shaking from last night. My own daughter tried to kill me and ran away, without regret, without shame, without love. Emily was still beside me. She hadn't left. All night, she watched every machine, every heartbeat, every breath, like she was guarding a treasure. She whispered, "You're safe now, but we must be careful. She won't give up easily." Later that day, a senior doctor came. His name was Dr. Miller. He read my reports carefully, then said, "Your condition is rare. You're conscious but trapped. With treatment, you might recover." Hope. After so many dark days, hope returned. In the afternoon, a police officer arrived. Tall, Serious, sharp eyes. His name was Officer James. Emily told him everything. About the syringe. About Shabana. About the papers. About the money. He listened quietly, then said, "This is not her first crime." My heart skipped. Not her first? He opened a file. Inside were photos, documents, bank records, travel records, and secrets. Many secrets. Officer James spoke slowly. Your daughter is connected to a fraud group. They target old rich people. They pretend to love them, then kill them legally. For insurance money. For property. For profit. My soul shattered. My own blood was part of a murder business. He showed another photo. A young woman, smiling, holding an old man's hand. That man died last year. Same hospital. Same papers. Same story. His daughter cried. Insurance paid. Shabana disappeared, then returned. With a new identity. I wanted to scream, but couldn't. I wanted to collapse, but I was already broken. Every memory of her turned into poison. Every smile was fake. Every hug was planned. Then I remembered. Holland. She always talked about it. Her business. Her job. It wasn't work. It was escape. A hiding place. That evening, Emily found something more. In my old bag, hidden inside, was a small notebook. My handwriting. From years ago. I had forgotten it. Inside were details. About my secret account. Money I never told anyone about. Not even Shabana. A safety fund. In case of betrayal. In case of danger. In case of death. Emily smiled softly. She doesn't know about this. She hasn't won yet. For the first time, I felt strong, even in this weak body. But then, Officer James received a call. His face changed. Completely. He looked at Emily, then at me, and said quietly, She knows. She knows about the secret account. She's coming back. And next time, she won't fail. The room became silent. No one spoke. No one moved. Only the machines kept working. Beep, beep, beep. Like a countdown. To something terrible. She's coming back. Officer James's words echoed in my head. Again. And again. And again. My own daughter. Coming back. To finish me. Emily closed the door carefully. She checked the hallway. Then whispered. We must act fast. She has connections. Money. Lawyers. Fake documents. She can enter anytime. Dr. Miller joined us. He lowered his voice. Your father's condition is improving, but slowly. He cannot speak yet. Cannot move much. But his mind is sharp. He understands everything. Officer James leaned closer to me. Mr. Harris, if you trust us, we can catch her. But we need bait. Bait. That word hurt. But I understood. I was the bait. They explained the plan. We would pretend I was getting weaker, dying, close to death. They would spread the news through hospital staff, through fake calls, through rumors. So Shabana would believe this was her last chance. Emily looked at me. Are you brave enough? Inside, I smiled. After everything, I had nothing to lose. That night, they reduced the lights, removed some machines, changed my reports. My chart now said, critical, no hope. Visitors whispered. Nurses sighed. Doctors shook their heads. The story spread. Fast. 2 days later, it worked. A message arrived. On Emily's phone. From an unknown number. I'm coming tonight. My blood froze. It was her. Security cameras were placed. Hidden microphones. Police waited outside. Every corner watched. Every door guarded. But quietly, she must not know. At 11:47 p.m., the elevator stopped. Footsteps. Familiar. Slow. Confident. She walked in, wearing black, face covered, like a stranger, like a ghost. She entered my room, closed the door, locked it. She stood beside my bed and laughed softly. You're finally losing, Dad. You should have listened. She took out another syringe, but this time, bigger, stronger, deadlier. She leaned down and whispered, After tonight, no one will remember you. No one will question me. I will be rich. I will be free. But she was wrong. Because behind the wall, police were listening. Behind the glass, cameras were recording. Behind her back, justice was waiting. The needle was inches from my skin. 1 second. Just 1 second. Between life and death. Suddenly, freeze! The door burst open. Lights flooded the room. Police rushed in. Guns raised. Voices shouted. Drop it! Now! Shabana screamed. The syringe fell. It shattered on the floor. Liquid spread like poison. Her face turned white. Her hands trembled. No, this can't be... Officer James stepped forward. It's over, Shabana. We recorded everything. Attempted murder. Fraud. Forgery. Conspiracy. You're done. She collapsed, crying, begging. Dad, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I wanted to believe her, but it was too late. Too many lies, too much blood. They put handcuffs on her. As she was taken away, she looked back at me. For the first time, not as a killer, not as a planner, but as a broken child, lost forever. Weeks passed, slowly. I recovered. My fingers moved. My lips trembled. My voice returned. One word. After months of silence. Emily, she cried. Everyone cried. I was back. The court sentenced Shabana. 25 years in prison. No parole. No mercy. Justice was done. I sold my old house. Donated half my money to help abandoned parents. Like me. Forgotten. Used. Broken. Now, every morning, I walk in the park. Feel the sun. Feel life. Feel peace. I was buried alive. By my own daughter. But I survived. Because sometimes, the greatest betrayal creates the strongest soul, and the deepest pain creates the bravest heart. The end.